As a high achiever or entrepreneur, I'm guessing that you've probably had days where everything just seems to go wrong. Yeah, someone cuts you off in traffic, or your coffee spills, or your inbox is overflowing, and by lunchtime you're wondering if the universe is playing some kind of cruel joke on you. But what you're experiencing isn't random, and it's not bad luck either. It's feedback. Because everything is energy, and energy responds to energy. What we call a bad day is often the result of a dip in vibration that goes unchecked. A low frequency emotion like frustration or worry left unacknowledged starts to shape the rest of your experience. And as your internal state spirals, so does the reality that you attract. This is the law of vibration in action. Nothing in the universe is ever still. Not you, not your thoughts, and not your emotions. Everything is always moving, resonating, and interacting with the field around it. And that movement, the frequency you emit, becomes the tuning fork for what you can call into your life. But here's the beautiful part, yeah. Just as quickly as you can fall into a low vibration, you can rise out of it again. And when you do, the field responds accordingly. To really understand this, let's look at what happens in your body when your vibration drops, yeah. Your nervous system is designed to keep you safe. That's its only job. The moment your subconscious picks up a potential threat, whether real or imagined, it triggers the amygdala. Yeah? That's the part of your brain that controls the fear response. You might feel a sudden sense of urgency, a tightening in your chest, or a narrowing of focus. That's your system preparing for survival. From there, your hypothalamus signals the adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline. Your heartbeat quickens, your digestion slows, blood rushes to your limbs, and your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic, empathy, and creative problem solving, well, that just goes offline. Your brain literally stops accessing the parts of you that create connection, compassion, and clarity. All because your vibration shifted into stress. Once you're in that state, your reticular activating system starts looking for evidence that justifies the fear. That's its job. It filters your reality to align with your beliefs and expectations. So if your internal signal says nothing's working, the RAS starts filtering out all the things that actually are working, and instead highlights every tiny annoyance and setback. In other words, your biology starts proving your vibration right. This is why awareness is so powerful. When you notice the moment your energy begins to dip, you can interrupt the pattern before it gathers momentum. And when you interrupt it, you begin to reclaim your power. It might sound simple, but this is the essence of energetic mastery. It's not about never dipping into lower emotions. That's impossible and frankly inhuman. Yeah, it's about recognizing the signal, understanding its message, and choosing to tune into something more aligned instead. One of the fastest ways to shift your frequency is through movement. Yeah. Emotion, by definition, is energy in motion. So when you feel stuck, stagnant, or overwhelmed, your energy has stopped flowing in the way that it's designed to. So you need to get it going again. And you can do that through dance, shaking, stretching, walking. Just do what you need to do to let your body become the conduit for release. Another powerful shift is using your breath. A deep, conscious breath signals to your body that you're safe. Yeah. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, it calms the amygdala, and it reopens access to your prefrontal cortex. So one deep breath can interrupt that survival loop and invite presence. Then there's focus. Yeah. As you probably know, where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you consciously choose to look for even the smallest blessings, like sunlight on the window, a kind message from a friend, the taste of your tea, you begin to signal a different frequency. And then your RAS starts to adjust to it, and it'll begin to show you a completely different world. Because that's what's happening all the time, yeah? You're not reacting to a fixed reality. You're tuning into a version of it that matches your internal state. That's why the practice of gratitude is so transformative. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about tuning your perception to what is already beautiful, because when you do, you become more available to receive even more of it, right? Emotionally, this practice is deeply healing. If you grew up in an environment where criticism was more common than praise, your body might have learned to feel safest in the lower frequencies. You might unconsciously associate stress with productivity or worry with love, and that makes you very, very human. But it also means that you've likely been using a distorted emotional compass. Part of this work that I do with my clients is recalibrating that compass. Yeah, it's about teaching your nervous system that being calm is safe, that love doesn't actually require tension, and that peace isn't something to be feared. The work we do is a deep rewiring, psychologically, physiologically, emotionally, and of course spiritually. And as that internal rewiring happens, you start to experience the outer world differently. Not because the world changed, but because you did. This is where manifestation becomes less of a technique and more of a state of being. Because that's what true manifestation is all about, yeah? You're no longer trying to attract what you want, you're becoming it. You're broadcasting the signal of someone who already lives in alignment with joy, love, ease, and absolute abundance. And the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, brings more of that to you because it matches the signal that you're emitting. That's also why your environment matters. Energetic resonance is really powerful. We are constantly exchanging energy with the people and spaces around us. When you spend time in environments that uplift you, you feel it, yeah? Your frequency rises with ease. But likewise, when you're surrounded by chronic negativity or fear-based narratives, whether in relationships, the media, or online, you absorb those frequencies too. So I really encourage you to be intentional, yeah? Protect your vibration, not out of fear, but out of deep self-respect. Because you are sacred, your energy is sacred, and your frequency is the foundation upon which your life is built. So I encourage you to become more sensitive to your frequency. Yeah? Start by noticing how you feel right now, not just emotionally, but energetically. Are you expanded or contracted? Are you open or closed, light or heavy? Then ask yourself what thought or belief is fueling that state. Is it one that you want to keep feeding? Yeah. And from there, choose one small action that just shifts your vibration. Put on a favorite song and sing it out loud. Yeah. Dance it out like Christina and Meredith. Step outside and feel the wind on your skin. Text someone you love. Just breathe deeply 21 times while you focus on the word peace. Let that action be a declaration that says, I choose a higher frequency. I choose to become a match for the life I desire. So before I wrap up, I invite you to remember this, yeah. You're never stuck. You've just been vibrating at a level that is matching what you're seeing. And the moment that you choose to shift your state, the field around you responds, because that's the law. It rarely does it immediately, so your job is to hold the vibrational state of the life that you want until life catches up to you. Regard your internal state as being the truth of your life and your external world as being the echo of your past vibration, yeah. because energy is everything, and so are you. Like I say, this is the work that we do inside my programs, which all live inside my free school community. You'll find the link to join us in the description. And if you missed it, I really recommend watching my previous video on Imposter Syndrome, which is really prevalent amongst high achievers. I look forward to seeing you in my community, and if I don't, well, just know that you're ready, and this is where it begins. I'll see you next time. Bye.